Olá, pessoal! Would you like to test your Brazilian Portuguese pronunciation? Would you like to have an idea of your current pronunciation abilities? If you said yes, I invite you to grab your notebook and join me. We all know that Portuguese pronunciation can be a real challenge for beginners, intermediate, advanced learners. We also know that improving our pronunciation can make us feel more confident in conversations. How about testing today your current pronunciation abilities in Brazilian Portuguese so that you can focus on improving what really needs to be improved, huh? We'll see in our test a few words that are often mispronounced by Portuguese learners. The words are organized into 4 levels. Level 1 has everyday words. Level 2, words that are a little bit more challenging. Level 3, a bit trickier. And level 4 has the hardest ones. At the end, there's a final challenge word. Here's how the test works. A word will be shown on the screen. You'll have a few seconds to think about its pronunciation. Then I'll show you how to pronounce it. Don't forget it's a test. Keep score on how many words you get right and share your score with me when the test is over. Let's get started. Level 1. How do you pronounce this word? Padaria. Padaria. Place the stress on ia. Ia. Padaria. Similarly to what you do when saying gostaria, compraria, trabalharia, padaria. Padaria, by the way, padaria means bakery. Word number 2. How would you pronounce this one? Homem. Homem. Unlike English, the letter H is not pronounced in Portuguese. And every time a word ends with M or N, it means that you must nasalize the preceding vowel. So, silent H, O, men, em, nasalized. Homem. Homem, which means man. Number 3. What do you think about this word? Senhor. Senhor. If you said senhor, you got it right. It's not sen-hor. No. Senhor. The NH sequence is pronounced as one sound. Nh, nh. Senhor, senhor. I'll leave below the link to a lesson where I show you how to make the NH sound in Portuguese. Senhor, which means Mr., Sir. Moving on to level 2. How would you pronounce this word? Monótono. Monótono. When a syllable has an acute mark on, it means that syllable must be stressed. Yeah? Written marks are not always, are ways to show us that a word is not following the standard pronunciation pattern. So, anytime you see a written mark on a word, stress the syllable that has it on. Monótono. Monótono, which means monotonous. Monotonous? Dull. Number 5. What do you think about this word? Yes, in this word, the S, C, and double S have an S sound. Sucesso. Sucesso, which means success. Sucesso. Did you get this one right? It's not sucesso, no. Sucesso. Next, how do you pronounce this word? Cachorro. Cachorro. The CH sequence must be pronounced as one sound. Sh, sh, cachorro. And whenever the R is doubled, the most standardized way to pronounce it in Brazilian Portuguese is in the back of our throat, just like the H sound in English. Ho, ho. Cachorro, cachorro, which means dog. Be sure to keep track on your score. Oh, level 3, what do you think about this one? Exercício. Exercício. The letter X has 5 different ways to be pronounced in Brazilian Portuguese. But whenever it is at the beginning of a word, right after an E and before any other vowel, so when I have this sequence, E, X, and another vowel, X will sound as a Z. Exercício. The CI sequence will always sound like C. Exercício, which means exercise. Exercício. Next word, how do you pronounce this one? Justiça. Justiça, which means justice. The letter J will always be pronounced as J. Já, Jé, Ji, Jó, Ju. Justiça. And, as you probably know, the cedilha will always have a S sound. Justiça. Justiça. Number 9. What do you think about this word? Dinheiro. Dinheiro. This word is challenging for some reasons. First, the DI sequence is often pronounced as G. Some speakers may pronounce it as D, but most Brazilians pronounce it as G. Then we have the NH sequence, which you already know must be pronounced as one sound, ñ, ñ, yeah? And finally, we have the letter R. Whenever R is single and between vowels, it must have a r sound. In American English, it's the sound we find in words such as Betty, Betty, better, party. So, dinheiro, 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 which means money, cash. Level 4. Oh, we are on the hardest ones now. How do you pronounce this word? Náusea. Náusea. 3 syllables. Náusea. Náusea. In Portuguese, the AU sequence has 2 sounds. Now. Now. Similar to the sequence of sounds we have in cow. Ow. Cow. Now. Now. The letter S, when it's single between vowels, will have a Z sound. Naus. Naus. And then náusea. Náusea, which means noja. Noja? Yes, noja. Náusea. Next word. Enjoo. Enjoo. Here we have 3 syllables. Enjoo. Enjoo. The second O is often reduced to U. Yeah? Enjoo. Enjoo, which is the same as nausea. Did you get this one right? Huh? The next word, and then we are nearly at the end. Be careful with this one. If you said rural, you got it right, huh? Whenever R is at the beginning of a word, it's pronounced in the back of our throat. Hu, hu. Yes, as the H sound in English. Whenever R is single between 2 vowels, we make the R sound. And let's not overlook the final L sound that in Brazilian Portuguese is often pronounced as U. Rural, rural, rural. Huh? Quite challenging, isn't it? Now, are you ready for the big challenge? How would you pronounce this one? This word means pseudonym, pseudonym, but it's not pronounced like that in Portuguese. Pseudônimo, pseudônimo. Words starting with PS will have both consonants being pronounced. Pseu, pse, ps, yeah? And then we have the eu sequence, pseu. There is a written mark showing us where to place the stress. Pseudo, pseudônimo, pseudônimo, pseudônimo. How many words did you get correct? And which one was the most challenging for you? Are there any other words that you struggle to pronounce? Tell me in the comments below if there are. Well, thank you for watching another lesson. In fact, it was a test, yes? Thank you for taking the test. And see you next time. Até a próxima. Tchau!